Allosteric enzyme. Allosteric enzyme, generally all you know that enzymes are the biological catalyst and they contains a active site, means the site at which the substrate binds, also called the substrate binding site. The allosteric enzymes differ to the normal enzymes because they have another site, means other than active site, which are known as allosteric site for the binding of the substrate. Generally, allosteric enzymes are larger in comparison to the normal enzymes and always have several subunits, means more than one subunits. So there is additional binding site other than active site, which are also called allosteric site. Allosteric means other. Allosteric site for the binding of the substrate or other molecules. Means the substrate may also bind to the allosteric site as well as other compounds may also bind to the allosteric site and are called effectors. So those molecules which are bound to the allosteric site are called effector molecules. Effector may be either activator, means they increase the rate of the enzymatic reaction, or inhibitors, means they decrease the rate of the enzymatic reaction. So the allosteric process is an important biochemical process and which are essential for several metabolic synthesis or degradation of the biomolecules, and it also regulates the biochemical reactions in the living system. So there are several properties of the allosteric enzyme, means they are biological catalysts. They have other site, I have told you that, which is called allosteric site for the binding of the effector molecules. The effector site or allosteric site may be one or more than one. So here may be the several sites for the binding of the effector molecules. When the effector molecule binds to the allosteric site, there will be a conformational change in the active site or active site of the enzyme. So there will be the conformational change in the allosteric enzyme after the binding of the effector molecules, and this conformational change may increase the activity of the enzyme or may seize or block the activity of the enzyme. So there is another thing, that velocity, the reaction velocity versus substrate concentration, and graph is sigmoidal, whereas in normal enzymes or Michaelis-Menten hypothesis, it will be hypermodal. So the graph is different from the normal enzymes or those enzymes which follow the Michaelis-Menten kinetics. Homotropic allosteric means the effector molecule or the molecule which binds to the allosteric sites will be the substrate molecules. Means the substrate bind to the active site as well as on the allosteric sites. So this type of allosteric is called homotropic. For example, hemoglobin. As I have told earlier, that hemoglobin which carry the oxygen and it forms the 90% part of the red blood cells. Hemoglobin contains 4 polypeptide chain, 2 alpha and 2 beta, and it also has 4 binding sites for the oxygen molecules. So oxygen is the substrate for hemoglobin which binds to the active site as well as their effector sites. Means the binding of the oxygen in the one side of the hemoglobin affect the binding of the substrate to the other side in the same protein or enzymes. So this is also called the cooperativity, and oxygen show here the positive cooperativity, means the binding of one initiate or induce the binding of the other molecule to the hemoglobin. Whereas heterotrophic, in which the substrate and the active site of the enzyme differ, such as I have told you, substrate for hemoglobin is oxygen. In other case, carbon dioxide also bind to the hemoglobin molecule, so it is the heterotrophic allosteric. Means this is the heterotrophic type of the binding. Means the carbon dioxide functions as a effector molecule and binds to the hemoglobin, whereas oxygen is the substrate. So binding of the carbon dioxide to the allosteric site of the hemoglobin is called heterotrophic type of binding. So these are the allosteric characteristic of the allosteric enzymes. So allosteric enzymes are larger than the normal enzymes and always contains other sites, which may be multiple sites other than active sites. Here are some examples of the allosteric enzymes. ATPase. ATPase drives the biosynthesis of pyrimidine. Pyrimidine means thymine and cytosine. So here is cytosine triphosphate, means end product of this enzyme inhibit the activity of ATPase. Whereas ATP means the purine nucleotide activates the enzymatic activity of ATPase, means that functions as inhibitor, whereas ATP functions as activator. So means that purine biosynthesis, purine concentration of purine bases regulate the activity of ATPase, means that regulate the activity of pyrimidine biosynthesis, means the high concentration of ATP induces the synthesis of pyrimidine biosynthesis, whereas if the concentration of cytosine triphosphate increases, then it reduces the activity of ATPase. So it means this type of regulation may be called the feedback regulation, and the activity of the enzyme is naturally regulated, allosterically regulated. Second example is glucokinase. Glucokinase is the enzyme of glycolysis, means the first enzyme which converts glucose into glucose 6-phosphate. There are two types of enzyme, hexokinase and glucokinase. Hexokinase functions both on fructose as well as glucose, whereas glucokinase is specific for the glucose and it is present only in the liver. So it has low affinity to the glucose, low affinity to the glucose. So if the concentration of the glucose increases in the liver, then the activity of the enzyme increases. But it has no affinity, so most of the glucose in the liver is synthesized into glycogen, which converted into glycogen, and which is regulated by a protein. Other is acetyl-CoA carboxylase. Acetyl-CoA carboxylase is the enzyme which are used in the synthesis of fatty acids. So citrate, the concentration of citrate, if it is high, then it activates the activity of the acetyl-CoA carboxylase, means it functions as a activator, whereas palmitoyl coenzyme is the end product of acetyl-CoA carboxylase, and it inhibits the activity of this enzyme by binding at the allosteric site. So palmitoyl coenzyme, which is the end product of the acetyl-CoA carboxylase, itself regulates the activity of this enzyme, and it is also considered as feedback regulation. So most of the biochemical reactions are regulated through allosteric site. Either they are activated or inhibited, and it depends on the rate of the reaction or the concentration of the end product or substrate concentration. So allosteric or allosteric enzymes are important factor in the regulation of the metabolic pathways in the living system. So there are two models which explain the conversion of active and inactive form of the enzyme. There are two forms, T form, which is also called tense form, that is inactive form of the enzyme, whereas R form is relaxed form and or the active form of the enzyme. So the first model, which was given by Cosland, are known as sequential model. This model explains that the enzyme exists in inactive form or tense state, but after the binding of the substrate, they are sequentially activated by the change in the conformation, such as the binding of the substrate change the conformation of the enzyme, and they are sequentially fully converted into fully activated form after the binding of the effector molecules, means activator molecules, because the binding of the activator favors the condition of RR state, means the active state or relaxed state. The other model is Jacob and Monod model, which is also known as symmetry model or concerted model. So this model explains all or none. Either allosteric enzyme exists in active form or inactive form. There will be no idea of the intermediates. So if the substrate or effector molecule binds, they directly converted into relaxed state, means there will be change in the conformation of all the subunits, and they are converted into active forms. So this is the two model which explain the activation of the allosteric enzyme. Simple sequential model, there is an example which explains the tyrosyl tRNA formation. The enzyme is tyrosyl tRNA synthetase. This enzyme is the which coupled the amino acid, activated amino acid and tRNA during the protein synthesis. So binding of the substrate inhibit the binding of others, means that tyrosyl if binds, then it negatively affect the binding of the other tyrosyl molecule to the other side. So this explains the activity of the sequential model, means if allosteric enzymes has several sites, so binding of the tyrosyl residue in one side of the enzyme have negative effect on the other side, means it prevents the binding of the other tyrosyl residue in the tyrosyl tRNA synthetase. So this is the negative cooperativity, and it means this model explains the binding of the tyrosyl tRNA synthetase. In the concerted model, there will be simultaneous change. Both subunits are, whereas all subunits are directly converted into their active form. So this means R or none, either R or T form, but there is no RT, means no intermediate form or available. So this the sigmoidal graph means the binding of the substrate on one side activate the binding of the other side. So it reaches to the Vmax by the sigmoidal graph. It forms sigmoidal graph because there are more subunits are involved, means one subunit induces the binding of the substrate to the other subunit, and this process continues until all the sites, all the same enzyme. So it does not follow the simple Michaelis-Menten kinetics, which is valid for uni-substrate reaction or a single substrate which binds to the single active site of the enzymes. So allosteric enzymes are large enzymes. They have other site after the active site. Active site is substrate binding site, whereas effector molecule binds to the allosteric site. Substrate may be effector and it also binds to the allosteric site, that means homotrophic. And if other than substrate molecule bind to the allosteric site, then it is called heterotrophic.